Have you ever met someone who had everything handed to them on a silver platter? That was Amelia. Born into wealth, she lived a life where every whim was catered to, every desire instantly fulfilled. The words "I can't" were simply not in her vocabulary because she never had to do anything for herself. Her world was a polished bubble of comfort, maintained by her doting parents and a team of staff. Arrogant, entitled, and utterly dependent, Amelia saw the world as her personal kingdom. But a kingdom built on someone else's effort is a fragile one, and Amelia's was about to be shaken to its very core. One day, her parents announced they were going on a business trip for a week. Amelia's first thought was of the parties she could throw, the shopping sprees she could go on. But her parents had a different plan. "You're spending the week with your grandma," they told her. Not her city grandma with the penthouse apartment, but her other grandma, the one who lived in a tiny cottage in the middle of nowhere. Amelia was horrified. No Wi-Fi, no servants, no five-star meals. It sounded like a prison sentence. Stripped of her smartphone, her credit cards, and her designer luggage, she was dropped off at a rustic little house that smelled of firewood and freshly baked bread. This wasn't a vacation. It was a nightmare. The first day was a disaster. Amelia woke up expecting breakfast in bed, only to find her grandma in the garden tending to her vegetables. "If you're hungry, the kitchen's that way," her grandma said with a gentle smile. In the kitchen, Amelia was lost. She tried to make toast and nearly set the place on fire. She wanted a fancy coffee, but couldn't figure out the old percolator. Frustration boiled over. She stormed out, declaring she'd rather starve. Her grandma simply nodded and continued her work, unfazed by the dramatic outburst. This silent patience was more maddening to Amelia than any lecture could have been. She was used to being the center of attention, but here she was just ... there. Over the next few days, hunger and boredom became powerful motivators. Amelia tentatively returned to the kitchen. Her grandma didn't do the work for her, but she stood by, offering quiet guidance. "Hold the knife like this. See, you guide it. Don't force it. The fire needs air to breathe, just like we do." Slowly, painstakingly, Amelia learned to chop vegetables, knead dough, and even clean up after herself. Each small success, like a perfectly fried egg or a neatly swept floor, felt like a monumental achievement. It was a strange, new feeling, satisfaction that no shopping spree had ever given her. She was earning her keep, contributing. She started spending more time with her grandma, listening to her stories about living off the land, about finding joy in simple things. She learned that the vegetables they ate came from seeds her grandma had planted and nurtured. She learned that the cozy warmth of the cottage came from wood she had chopped herself. For the first time, Amelia saw the connection between effort and reward. She wasn't just consuming, she was creating. The arrogance began to melt away, replaced by a quiet respect for her grandma's wisdom and strength. She saw a different kind of wealth, a richness of skill, of resilience, of spirit. When her parents' car pulled up at the end of the week, they were stunned. The girl who greeted them was not the same one they had left behind. Amelia was calmer, her eyes clearer. She hugged her grandma tightly, a genuine, heartfelt embrace filled with gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered. Back in her luxurious home, things felt different. The silence wasn't empty anymore. It was peaceful. She walked into the kitchen, not to demand food, but to make herself a simple cup of tea. That one week in the countryside hadn't just taught her how to cook and clean. It had taught her how to stand on her own 2 feet. It taught her that the greatest luxuries in life aren't things that can be bought, but the strength and confidence you build within yourself. Amelia had left her gilded cage behind and, for the first time, learned how to fly. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed this journey of growth and self-discovery, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content that inspires. See you next time.